Today's video is a very difficult video for me to record, and equally it's a very easy video. Easy in the sense that I can go on and on and on and talk about the legendary Kishore Kumar. And I'm saying that very early on this video is because you probably saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, and that's why you are here. And very difficult for me to record this video is because I do not have words to describe this genius, this legend, I have met people who have met Kishorda, as we fondly call him in India, and of course everywhere in the world. And I've known people who have worked with him and who have told me about his greatness, his genius. But when it comes to them describing him, they struggle. And I have seen numerous publications, a lot of media about him. Everybody describes, but they struggle because he wouldn't fit into, I guess there are no words in the dictionary to precisely describe the phenomenon called Kishore Kumar. That's the truth. And so I'm going to make an attempt, and I'm going to give you, today is the 96th birth anniversary of Kishore Kumar. So we are celebrating in India and the Indian subcontinent. We are celebrating Kishore Kumar's, this is a day filled with festivities, practically speaking, for all his fans. So if you are a Kishore Kumar fan, this video is for you. And specifically, if you are a subscriber to this channel, then you have seen my videos here on this channel. And this is not a music channel, but Kishore Kumar had an incredible, influence on my life. And through my radio shows and through my seminars, I have at least a few times I've mentioned this, that if I have to rank the top 3 mentors in my life, the first, one of the positions, the 3 positions, one of the positions goes to my parents. The second position goes to Kishorda. And then third position is empty. I do not know. I'm still growing and still learning to place somebody in the third position. And these 3 positions are not in that order. They could be, but for sure, Kishorda is number 1 at some point if I have to mix the order. And of course, my parents sometimes come on the top. But then this is not in this 1, 2, 3. The 3 positions are not in any specific order. I do not know who the third person is. And then there is a list of other mentors along the way. And I can rank them, I can rate them and all that. But listen, I'm too small to talk about, specifically Kishorda. So I'm going to make an attempt here. So if you have no idea who Kishore Kumar is, I have a lot of viewers who watch this channel from all over the world. And let me start out by saying this, that Kishore Kumar was and is the most destructive singer to ever in the recording industry, ever in I won't say playback recording, I won't say Bollywood, I would say in the entire recording industry, the most destructive singer. When I say the recording industry, I mean the recordings all over the world, everywhere. He is the most destructive singer the recording industry has ever seen. And if I say that statement, then it would be still, I'll still be falling short by making the claim. And I mean it. And what has that to do with me personally? Because his music, his madness, his magic, they have influenced me literally from the time that I was born, from the age 3 or 4 or 2, whatever that is. My mother used to tell me that she used to play songs. She used to play our Murphy radio and make me sit there and used to do whatever her chores in the house, and I used to sit there and listen. And she says it's his songs. Later on, when I became his fan, that his songs were very instrumental in forming the early music sense in me. That's what she used to tell me. Ever since I started understanding music, I have sung his songs. I have literally modeled his presence on stage, and I think the very first dollar or first rupee back in India that I ever earned was by singing his songs. So that's how deep this is. So I want to give, I want to share, I shouldn't say give, I want to share 3 or 4 points here today on this video. And I literally, I've never done this level of preparation. I printed so many papers just to talk. What should I say on this video? That's how hard this is. So difficult this is to do. But hopefully, if you're a Kishore Kumar fan, then so do me a favor, drop me a comment, let me know. And the reason why I mentioned the Kishore Kumar in the title is because that's how everybody gets their views these days. That's how people get their click-throughs these days. There's no radio station that doesn't play his songs. There is nobody. I mean, my kids, who are very small or born and raised in America, they know who Kishore Da is. They sing his songs. I mean, and I've sung his songs. My mother used to sing his songs. It's insane. I want to get into the meat of this video. And at a level that he has influenced me, you can see the excitement in me when I'm talking about him. I'm too small to talk about him. I'm infinitely small to talk about him. But everybody's talking about him, so I thought I'm going to take the honor of talking about him. I wrote an entire post, many years ago on my Facebook page, on my Facebook profile, and I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to post it here so you can see what I'm talking about. But we all know that he was born to entertain, but what many people do not know is he was built through adversity. We all know he was incredibly gifted, but what made him unique and different was he could take every pain and turn that into art. Nobody talks about this. There's very few media people talk about this, or very few videos on this, or very few people have written on this. He could take pain and turn that into art. Went through incredible amounts of struggle. For 20 years, nobody really understood him. But when he landed, then he landed as if, a miracle that nobody has ever seen. I was not born then, I've not seen, but his aura, his presence, I've met people who I spoke to. It's a craze that I don't think anybody can describe. The level of impact, the level of success that he saw, the level of presence. Oh, it's so hard to describe. When for a man at 39 years to become a top singer and stay there forever till and literally go away from the peak and carry this entire industry with him. And the funny part is people who did not, music directors who did not give him a chance, who did not identify his talent, where the music directors who depended upon him later on to revive their careers. Something that nobody talks about. I've seen so many writings. Nobody talks about this, about him. So, and he lifted all their careers. Of course, he gave a new identity to the playback industry. But then the most important part is this: he caught every adversity by the handle and used it for a greater expression of his mood and melody. No singer has ever done that. Singers had an identity before him, but he gave a whole different new identity to singing, playback singing and in general. And then thereafter, every other singer who came, he gave the possibility. He said, listen, if I could sing and you could sing, you're not trained, you have talent, you can sing. Whether it was people say he could sing, and it sounded as if the actors on screen were singing, and there was no distinction at all. He could perform the song. I'll tell you a secret. We already know Kishore Da was a writer, he was a composer, he was a music director, he was could probably do arrangement also. He could obviously do, to some extent, some choreography also. I do not know this, but could be. And he could do cinematography. He could direct. He could do everything. But what many people do not know, and this should be, now everybody should be writing about this, he blurred the line completely across all these roles, because he could do all this at the same time. So if he was singing, he was literally writing the lyrics. He may not be the writer of that song, but he would behave as if he wrote that song. He could behave as the director, who could be directing the song, and the choreographer, who could be choreographing that song, and who could be the arranger, who arranged the song, obviously singing it, is recording it, but then he would be in control of that. Now he blurred all these lines, and that's why those songs are not songs. And they have, he became the song, and everything thereafter changed. Now, a generation of singers since him came and are learning to perform, listening to his songs, and that makes me one among them. I don't perform, I don't sing, but you get the idea. And in fact, recently I saw a video where the legendary Suresh Watkarji talking about, saying, no, Rafi Saab, Kishore Da, Mukesh ji, after they left, the music directors were searching for their replacements. And there's a reason behind that. Their presence, their aura, their magnanimity, was so deep that it's hard. It's hard for anybody to even think about creating anything outside of them. You see, that's the level of presence. Kishore Da was a stoic entertainer. I say stoic because he took a lot of pain. Okay, it's not easy. For 20 years to be ignored, and then come in at at the age of 39. I'm yet to, and this is an open challenge for any singer to come in at the age of 39 or 40 almost, and then stay there and sing and stay there as a top singer for 17 more years. If you can, just do it. I don't think anybody can do it. His private life was filled with struggles, with setbacks, and many contradictions. Nothing could impact his performance. Nothing could impact his endurance. Every pain that was there within him, nothing could touch his presence. That balance, I don't think anybody can ever attain. The gift was not the voice. The gift was, of course, the voice, of course, the talent, of course, the music, but this was also equally a gift. It's very rare. Okay, smiled, struggled, he suffered in silence, smiled on the stage, and somehow through everything that happened in his life, he gave the best to the world, and that's why we're talking about him. Okay. I don't want to get into his songs and which song was the best, and what he recorded with whom. That's not the point of this video. But when everything was heavy back in the day when I was growing up, when everything was heavy, his music gave me the possibility that it could be lighter. Life could be lighter. Life could be fun. And of course, his acting and his comedy and all that was there. Back in the day, it was not possible to literally turn the TV on or put the VCR for us back in the day. No, and there was no YouTube then, and there was no internet then. But then, every time we could, as we kids, we could get a glimpse on TV or on through the VCR tapes or whatever. We could, we could see, and I could see, what level of depth and what kind of an entertainer he was. And my whole goal all along was I could mimic. A man could stand up on stage and sing 28 to 30 songs non-stop and wouldn't feel tired, and wouldn't even have some backup singers here and there, but that's only for breaks, but could sing 30 songs. I don't know any singer who could sing 30 songs today. without getting tired. People can't even endure like 2 hours or 3 hours recording sessions these days. I had there are some moments that are lost. Um, I miss the legend. We all miss him, but there were some moments within I came very close, but I couldn't. In 1985, Kishore came to perform in my town, and in the same year, pretty close to that, even Rajesh Khanna came to perform in my town, and I couldn't see because I was so small. Nobody told me, and I couldn't go and see him perform. And I think that's the greatest regret of my life, that I could not see the legendary Kishore Kumar perform in my town. And the point here is, you don't need to see him to feel him. I'm grateful to the fact that I was influenced, and I'm being continued to be influenced by him. And I am born and raised in a country where Kishore Kumar was born, and at the time I was born, I was born at a time when he was alive and performing, and he was the number one singer, and all these things are blessings. And again, you see, as I have so many thoughts in my mind, I struggle through to create this video and pour my heart into it. I do not know. I have no idea how a man would walk into a studio and record a song and walk away, and that song would endure 30, 40, 50, and maybe hundreds of years, and there is nobody else to come and sing like him. I see singers today, and I spent time in the studios in Mumbai, in Chennai, and also in the US here, where I spent time with singers, and I've spent time with performers, and I have not seen anybody like him. Or anybody, I can't even envision anybody doing it. Somebody could come and walk and sing and walk away, and that in one take. Listen to any recording, anybody talking about him on videos, they'll tell you that he would come and sing in one take. It was okay. One take, okay. What is this one take? I don't know what this one take okay is anymore, because takes are not done in one take anymore. People, and thanks to the software, the kind of recordings that we have today, I don't think anybody can claim that they recorded in one take anymore. He could do it. That was 4-track recordings, 2-track recordings, single-track recordings back in the day, and he could do that in one take. I don't know. I'm missing words. Listen, if you're a Kishore fan, do me a favor, drop me a comment. And if this video goes well and this gets enough views, then I'm going to come back and record one more recording, and I'll record some of my other thoughts about Kishore and also Rafi Saab. Would record a few. People ask me all the every time I talked about Kishore, people ask me about Rafi Saab too. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Rafi Saab also. But again, this channel is not a music channel, but these people impacted our lives at a level that I don't know. I don't even have words. Okay, that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. Hopefully I did justice to this video. If I did, let me know. If I did not, let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye now.